4 worst vegetables you should never touch, and 4 you must eat daily. If you're over 60, what if I told you that some vegetables you've been eating every day, thinking they're healthy, could actually be doing more harm than good, especially if you're over 60? You've been told that all vegetables are healthy, but that's a dangerous myth. New studies have revealed that certain vegetables can spike blood sugar, inflame your joints, and even increase your risk of death by 83%. And the worst part, 99% of seniors have no idea. In this video, we'll dive into the 4 vegetables you should be eating and the 4 vegetables you should avoid after 60, ranked by how dangerous or life-saving they truly are. And here's the kicker. The #1 most dangerous vegetable might be sitting in your kitchen right now. One study found it could increase your risk of heart failure by 91%. But don't worry, the right vegetables can slash inflammation, boost memory, and even add 12 years to your life. Before we get to the list, if you love your grandchildren, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Let us know in the comments which city you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. Now, without any further ado, let's get started with the worst vegetables, ranked from the bad to the most worse. Number 4, corn. Corn may seem like an innocent vegetable that's a staple in many diets, but if you're over 60, it's one that you should be cautious about. It's not the taste or texture of corn that's the problem. It's what it does to your blood sugar and how it impacts your body's insulin response. Corn is a high glycemic vegetable, which means it's broken down quickly into sugar, causing a rapid spike in your blood glucose levels. This is something you definitely don't want after 60, as blood sugar fluctuations are more common and can lead to major health issues. When your blood sugar spikes, your body releases a flood of insulin to manage that sugar. Over time, insulin resistance can develop, where your body's cells stop responding to insulin as effectively. This can eventually lead to prediabetes or full-blown type 2 diabetes. For seniors, these blood sugar issues can result in more than just tiredness or fatigue after eating. Over time, this can damage blood vessels, increase the risk of cardiovascular disease, and even cause issues with kidney function. It's important to know that the type of corn you consume matters. Sweet corn, for example, has been bred to have higher sugar content, which leads to even more dramatic spikes in blood sugar levels. On top of that, corn is often consumed in processed forms, such as corn syrup in sodas, corn-based snacks, or cream corn in various dishes, which are even worse for your body. These processed forms contain additional sugars and additives that amplify the negative impact on your health. Corn isn't all bad, but it should not be a staple food in your diet after 60. You should replace it with low glycemic vegetables like cauliflower, zucchini, or spinach. These vegetables will provide steady energy, help maintain healthy blood sugar levels, and are much better for your long-term health. By reducing corn in your meals and choosing healthier vegetables, you'll support better blood sugar regulation, reducing your risk of insulin resistance, weight gain, and heart problems over time. Number 3, potatoes. Potatoes are often thought of as the ultimate comfort food. Whether mashed, baked, or fried, they're a regular part of many diets. But for seniors, potatoes are one of the worst vegetables you can eat regularly. The problem lies in how potatoes affect your blood sugar and the lack of nutritional value they offer compared to other vegetables. Potatoes are extremely high on the glycemic index, which means that they're quickly digested and broken down into sugar in your bloodstream. This leads to a rapid spike in blood sugar levels. When blood sugar spikes, the body responds by releasing insulin, and over time, frequent blood sugar spikes can contribute to insulin resistance, where your body becomes less sensitive to insulin, leading to type 2 diabetes. In fact, a 2016 study in the BMJ found that seniors who ate 4 or more servings of potatoes per week had a 33% higher risk of developing high blood pressure. High blood pressure is a major risk factor for heart disease, stroke, and kidney problems, all of which are far more common after the age of 60. Potatoes are also typically cooked in ways that exacerbate their negative effects. For example, fried potatoes, like French fries, contain trans fats and acrylamides, toxic substances that form during high heat cooking. These compounds contribute to inflammation and increase the risk of developing cardiovascular disease. Even mashed potatoes with butter or sour cream can significantly raise your sodium intake, leading to high blood pressure and increased strain on the heart. Another issue with potatoes is that they don't offer the same nutritional benefits that other vegetables do. They are relatively low in antioxidants and fiber unless you eat the skin. Many people peel their potatoes, removing any potential nutrients. Potatoes are also often consumed in processed forms like potato chips, crisps, or instant mashed potatoes, which contain unhealthy oils, preservatives, and added sugars, making them even worse for your health. So what's the solution? If you love potatoes, you don't have to cut them out completely, but you should limit their intake. Opt for sweet potatoes instead, which are lower on the glycemic index and have more fiber and antioxidants. If you're going to eat regular potatoes, consider roasting or baking them rather than frying, and keep your portions small. But the best approach is to not make potatoes a regular part of your diet, especially after 60. Number 2, eggplant. Eggplant is often praised as a low-calorie, low-fat vegetable, but for seniors, it's more problematic than people realize. Eggplant contains a group of natural compounds called alkaloids, such as solanine and nausunin, which are part of the plant's defensive mechanism against pests. While these compounds may be harmless to some people, they can cause inflammation and digestive issues in sensitive individuals, especially those over the age of 60. For seniors dealing with arthritis, joint pain, or even digestive issues, eggplant can exacerbate symptoms. A 2021 study found that alkaloids like solanine can increase oxidative stress, making joint pain and inflammation worse. This is especially troubling because chronic inflammation is linked to many age-related diseases, such as heart disease, diabetes, and neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Eggplant also contains oxalates, which can contribute to kidney stone formation. As we age, our kidney function naturally declines, and oxalates can build up in the kidneys, leading to painful kidney stones. This is a major risk for seniors, especially those with already compromised kidney function. Oxalates can form calcium oxalate stones, which are painful and can cause long-term damage. Moreover, eggplant has a unique texture that's hard to digest for some seniors, especially if it's undercooked or served with the skin on. This can lead to bloating, gas, and digestive discomfort, particularly for those with a sensitive stomach or a history of GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease. When eggplant is fried or grilled, it absorbs a significant amount of oil, which makes the problem even worse. The combination of oil, heat, and alkaloids creates a pro-inflammatory environment inside the body, increasing the risk of joint pain, nerve issues, and even increased blood pressure. If you must eat eggplant, make sure to cook it thoroughly, remove the skin, and limit your portions. Even with proper preparation, eggplant remains a higher risk vegetable for seniors dealing with joint pain, kidney issues, or digestive problems. There are far better options available that are rich in antioxidants without the potential baggage. Number 1, canned tomatoes. Tomatoes themselves are excellent, packed with lycopene, vitamin C, and antioxidants that protect your heart and overall health. But canned tomatoes? They're a hidden health hazard, especially for seniors. The problem isn't the tomatoes themselves, but the chemical lining inside most cans. Most cans are coated with a substance called BPA, bisphenol A, a toxic chemical that's used to keep the metal from rusting and extending shelf life. BPA is a known endocrine disruptor, which means it messes with your body's hormonal balance. For seniors, hormone levels already decline naturally, and BPA exposure can worsen these imbalances, leading to weight gain, mood swings, fatigue, and even heart arrhythmias. A 2020 study found that people with high levels of BPA in their blood had a 91% higher risk of heart disease compared to those with lower levels. On top of the BPA exposure, canned tomatoes are acidic, and when they are stored in metal cans, that acidity breaks down the lining of the can, causing BPA to leach directly into the food. This means every time you eat canned tomatoes, you're ingesting BPA, which has been linked to cancer, heart disease, and hormonal imbalance. But that's not all. Canned tomatoes are also loaded with salt. 1 cup of canned tomato sauce can contain over 500 milligrams of sodium, nearly a quarter of your recommended daily intake. High sodium intake is a serious concern for seniors, as it raises blood pressure, stiffens arteries, and puts more strain on the kidneys. If you already suffer from hypertension or heart issues, this is even more dangerous. The solution? Opt for fresh tomatoes or tomato sauces in glass jars. If you must use canned tomatoes, look for BPA-free cans, but even those can still carry some risks. Always rinse canned tomatoes before using them. And if possible, roast fresh tomatoes with garlic and olive oil for a healthier, flavorful alternative. There are the 4 vegetables to avoid. Now here are the 4 vegetables you must eat daily. 4 vegetables you must eat after 60. Number 4. Purple cabbage. Purple cabbage might seem like just another vegetable you throw in a salad, but it's far more than that. For seniors, it's one of the most powerful anti-inflammatories you can add to your diet. What makes purple cabbage so special is its vibrant purple hue. This color comes from a natural compound called anthocyanins. These act like antioxidants, soaking up free radicals in your bloodstream that accelerate aging. But that's not all. A 2020 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who regularly consumed anthocyanin-rich vegetables like purple cabbage had a 24% lower risk of heart disease than those who didn't. That's massive. Purple cabbage is also a gut health powerhouse. It's packed with fiber and natural prebiotics, which are essential for maintaining a healthy gut microbiome. A healthy gut means better digestion, fewer infections, and improved nutrient absorption. After 60, your body becomes more dependent on what it can get from food, so this makes a huge difference. The best way to enjoy purple cabbage is by eating it raw or lightly cooked. When you overcook it, you lose those powerful anthocyanins. Shred it into salads, toss it in a coleslaw mix, or stir-fry it with garlic and turmeric for even more anti-inflammatory effects. It's cheap, easy to find, and can stay fresh in your fridge for weeks. Number 3. Okra. You might have heard that okra is a bit too slimy for your taste, but let me tell you, if you're over 60, it's exactly what your body needs. Okra is loaded with soluble fibers called mucilage, which form a gel-like substance that slows down the absorption of sugar in your gut. Why does that matter? As we get older, we become more resistant to insulin, which helps our cells pull sugar from the bloodstream. When insulin isn't working properly, blood sugar builds up, leading to heart attacks, strokes, and kidney problems. But okra helps regulate blood sugar, potentially keeping these risks at bay. A 2021 study in Food Science and Nutrition found that people who ate okra daily for just 8 weeks saw their fasting blood sugar drop by over 20%. That's the kind of result you'd expect from medication without any of the side effects. And that's not all. Okra is rich in antioxidants like quercetin and flavonoids, which reduce oxidative stress and help protect your brain. So if you're dealing with brain fog or memory issues, okra can help. Plus, it's full of vitamin K, which is essential for blood clotting and bone health, critical as you age. The trick to making okra more palatable? Soak it in vinegar for 30 minutes to reduce the sliminess, then roast it, steam it, or toss it in soups. The result? A vegetable that's blood sugar balancing, heart healthy, and brain boosting. Okra may not be your first choice, but once you realize the benefits, you'll be looking for new ways to include it in your diet. Number 2. Beetroot. Beetroot is more than just a colorful root vegetable. After 60, it's an incredible tool for heart and blood vessel health. As we age, the inside walls of our arteries naturally stiffen, making it harder for blood to flow, which raises blood pressure and strains your heart. Beetroot, however, contains nitrates, which are converted into nitric oxide in the body. Nitric oxide acts like a muscle relaxer for your blood vessels, helping them widen and improve blood flow, reducing strain on your heart. A 2019 study found that seniors who drank beetroot juice daily saw their systolic blood pressure drop by 11 points in just 4 weeks. And better circulation means better brain health too. Your brain requires steady blood flow to stay sharp, and beetroot helps deliver just that. Beets are also packed with betalains, a type of antioxidant that fights inflammation at the cellular level. For anyone dealing with arthritis, joint pain, or chronic discomfort, this is huge. Try roasting beets for a naturally sweet flavor, or blend them into smoothies with a bit of apple and ginger for a refreshing, health-boosting drink. Beetroot is a powerhouse that supports heart health, brain function, and joint health, making it an essential addition to your diet after 60. Number 1, kale. Kale isn't just a trendy superfood. It's the number one vegetable seniors should be eating every single day. What makes kale so potent is that it supports multiple systems in your body. First, it's loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin, two compounds that protect your eyes and brain. As you age, your risk of macular degeneration and cognitive decline increases. But kale can slow this process down. A 2020 study found that seniors who consumed high levels of lutein and zeaxanthin experienced 32% slower cognitive decline. That means sharper memory, better focus, and more independence as you age. And that's just the start. Kale is also fantastic for your heart health. It's rich in potassium, which helps balance out sodium in your diet and reduce blood pressure. It also contains magnesium, a mineral that supports heartbeat regulation, and vitamin K, which helps protect your bones and prevent arterial calcification, a condition that increases heart attack risk. To get the full benefits of kale, avoid eating it raw in large amounts, as it contains compounds that can interfere with thyroid function. Lightly cook it, such as sautéing it in olive oil with garlic for a few minutes, or steaming it. You can even blend it into soups for an extra nutrient boost. Kale is versatile, affordable, and can make a major difference in your health after 60. Conclusion. Now that you know which vegetables are actually boosting your health and which ones might be silently sabotaging it, it's time to make smarter choices. Not all vegetables are the same, and the ones you consume regularly can have a major impact on your heart, brain, and overall well-being, especially as you age. By cutting back on high glycemic veggies like corn and potatoes and swapping them for heart-healthy, anti-inflammatory options like kale, beets, and okra, you'll be making a real difference in your long-term health. Remember, small changes now can help you stay strong, sharp, and independent for years to come. Don't be fooled by the healthy label on some of these common veggies. Knowledge is power, and now you're armed with the truth. If this video helped you make better food choices, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more health tips that actually work. Take control of your health, and let's continue making informed decisions together. Drop a comment below with the vegetable that shocked you the most, and let's chat about how you're making these changes in your diet. Thanks for watching, and stay healthy.